All right, welcome to our live MS-specific exercise class today. I'm really excited for this class because it's a combination of stretching and also strengthening. And there's this thing that we do in the physical therapy world where you stretch at the same time as pushing into resistance. So that might not make sense right now. I will explain it. Regardless, hopefully at the end of this practice, you'll not only feel a little bit stronger, but also more mobile. Moving around should feel a bit easier and even a little bit more flexible too. So I'm going to back up. We'll start with cardio first, since that's the way we prime our brain for neuroplasticity. Let me move this chair over here, actually. All right. If you don't have water, make sure to have some water nearby today. Get that to be at a good angle. All right, here we go. So we're going to start with our cardio, as always, some of my favorite ones. So remember, you're sitting up tall at the edge of your seat and your core muscles are nice and taut. Feet are in front of your hips as well as your shoulders. So you don't want your knees caving in or flailing out. Everything is right in line with each other. When you're ready, hands are going to be in like this, and you're just gonna start pumping those arms. Keep your core muscles tight, but as always, cardio is the goal here. Keep going. So we're actually gonna do cardio a little bit different today as well. So for cardio, we're going to hold the movements for a longer time instead of doing 2 rounds. So we're not only doing cardio, but we're doing endurance training. So this should feel a little bit longer than the other cardio sessions. So keep going. We're going to go for about 1 minute, give or take a little bit. Keep going. You can pump as big as you want. I'm kind of doing a big motion here right now, which means I'm going a little bit slower. If I wanted to go faster, I could come down here and just not move my arms as much. Totally up to you, but you should feel like your heart rate is starting to rise. It's bothering me that you can't see my feet, but there's space above my head. So I'm gonna move that in a second. But you guys keep going, keep pumping. Core muscles are tight, knees are straight, not caved in. Keep going. I'm gonna stop for a second to change the screen, but you guys keep going. It'd bother me if I didn't fix that. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, 5 more seconds. And then slow it down and stop. Take a big deep breath. If you need to, shake your arms out. The next one we're going to do is our reach and pull. So we're doing a slightly different order as well. So you're gonna reach up, pull down, reach, pull. If you have shoulder limitations, just don't reach as high. You can reach from your forehead and pull down, from your chin and pull down, whatever works for you and your upper body. So feet are still planted, you're still at the edge, core muscles are still tight. When you're ready, reach and pull, reach and pull. As always, the faster you go, the more cardio this will be. So I would encourage you to pick up the speed as long as you still have good quality. Reach and pull. If you guys are at home with maybe a phone in the room or an Alexa, I feel like it'd be so fun to do this while you're also listening to music. But when I'm on Zoom, the music sounds really choppy and weird in the recording, so I'm not gonna do that for you guys. Reach and pull, keep going, sitting up nice and tall. Good job. If your shoulders get tired, you can lower your arms. Maybe you were starting reaching really high, but maybe you're down at the forehead right now. The goal is cardio, not necessarily range of motion. So just do what you can. About 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down, then stop. Shake everything out. You can take some deep breaths if you want. If it feels good to stretch those shoulders. You can do that. The next one we're gonna do is one of my all-time faves. You guys know this one, the forward punches. If your shoulders are getting tired and therefore preventing you from going at a quicker speed, punch down here. That's gonna be easier for your shoulders. So whenever you're ready, hands just a very light fist and go ahead and punch at whatever height feels good for you. Can be shoulder height like I'm doing, can be halfway, can be down towards the knees. But keep up a good speed so your heart rate gets going. Punch, 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 punch. We have one more after this one. This is one for some reason that my heart rate, my breathing actually even increases. Nice job, keep it up. Core muscles are tight. You're sitting up tall. I'm always surprised, I shouldn't be anymore, but I'm always surprised at how much easier exercises are when you have good posture, when you're sitting. When you're standing, it can make it harder, but when you're sitting, it just puts you in a good position to have ideal quality and alignment. Keep going about 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, slow it down and then stop and shake out. Hopefully your heart rate's feeling this a little bit by now. Our last one that we're gonna do is, for me personally, it's the hardest one, but for other people, not so much, so we'll see, but it's going to be our punching bag. So just a reminder, your hands, just light fist, I don't want you squeezing too hard, and your hands are extended away from your body. So as if there's a big beach ball here, and you're just gonna be punching away from you. Halfway through, we'll reverse. If you keep hitting your hands, which admittedly I do sometimes, you can do the same thing just out here. So you're not having to worry about the coordination of going around your arms. If and when your shoulders get tired from holding them up here, we can lower them down here. So just listen to your body. When you're ready, hands in light fist, and let's go for it. Every day is different for me with this one. There are some times where every rotation I'm smacking my other hand, but other days I'm really good at it. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. You don't want to hike them up. Relax your neck and keep punching. Remember, this is cardio, so the quicker you go, the more your heart rate will increase. Keep going. Nice job. All right, we're gonna keep going for about 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna switch and we'll reverse. 3, 2, 1, slow it down and reverse. And then once you got it, pick the speed back up. I'm gonna lower my shoulders a little bit because my shoulders are feeling the burn. And I wanna stay at a good speed here. So go, 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 go. Oops, hit myself. You might feel like you're slowing down. That's okay too, as long as you feel that heart rate, that's the goal here. Up tall, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, tighten your core muscles. All right, and slow it down. And then you can stop. Relax your arms, shake them out. Do whatever you gotta do to feel like you're relaxing that. Maybe that's a massage for your shoulders, your arms. Maybe it's a stretch. Whatever you gotta do, you can do some cat cows. As you guys just keep moving around, do whatever your body feels like it wants to do. I'm going to be demonstrating our exercises. I left my exercises up here. Let me move those. Okay, so we're gonna be focusing on the 3 major muscle groups for walking. 99% of the clients that work with me are people with MS who have a goal of walking better. So that's why I tend to focus on those areas. So the 3 areas that need to be strong and flexible in order to walk well are the hip flexors, the knee flexors, and the ankle dorsiflexors. So that's what we're going to focus on. I'm going to demonstrate from this side. Go here. All right. So this might be challenging for you to see because when the strengthening part is isometric, meaning you can't see it. So just as an example, come a little bit closer. If I wanted to do a bicep curl with this arm, I could, weight or not, my arm starts straight and I bend. This is a concentric contraction, meaning that my bicep, which runs from here to here, shortens as I'm doing the bicep curl, as I'm strengthening my bicep. Another way to strengthen your bicep is isometric, meaning the muscle doesn't shorten, it just stays at the same length the whole time. So we start with our elbow bent and we're pushing up against something. So you can't really see it right now, but I'm pushing up with this hand, but my other hand isn't letting it. I'm still feeling it in my bicep, but there's no movement. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. So there's been a lot of research for in the MS community with people who have MS that show that isometric exercises for strengthening can be extremely powerful and beneficial. So the first one we're going to do is our hamstring. The stretch part of the hamstring looks like this. So our one leg is straight out in front of us. Don't worry about what your ankle is doing. Whatever it wants to do, it can be down like this, it can be up. You're not worrying about the ankle right now. You're sitting up tall, hands are on the opposite leg, the lower thigh, and you're going to stretch like this. You'll feel the stretch anywhere from the butt all the way down to the back of the knee. So that's what the stretch will be. Then we're going to come up and you're going to push down. So this is where you can't really see that I'm doing anything, but right now I am pushing the heel of this leg down into the floor. And then relax. And again, you'll feel it in the same area, anywhere from your butt down to your knee. And it should feel like there's resistance, like you're using the hamstring. And then you relax and we stretch. So we're going to go back and forth, stretch, push, to get this flexibility and strengthening all at the same time. So when you're ready, let's get into position. One leg can be out. It doesn't matter which one, so we'll do both. The leg is as straight as you can get it. Sit up tall, hands are on the lower thigh of the opposite leg, and hinge forward just enough so you can feel the stretch. And we're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, then back off and push your heel down. Go 1, 2, 3, and relax. I just changed my mind. I'm going to have us hold each for 5 seconds instead of 3, but we're going to do 10. So we'll count that as 1. So now stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back off and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sit up tall and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep going, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sit up tall. So keep pushing. If you don't feel this behind the knee, you can attempt to bend and drag the knee back. But remember, we don't want much movement. So you're just kind of pushing to a bent knee position as if you're doing that. Good, go ahead and forward, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sit up tall. Then either push down or back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give her halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit up tall. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep going. Now you might feel already like you're getting a little bit more flexible. Maybe you can lean further now because you're feeling that flexibility. So if you can, go for it. Then sit up tall and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Lean forward. We have 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then sit up and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit up and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now that leg can just relax. If it's tired, you might need to use your hands to bend it. If not, try to bend it without using your hands. And now we're going to do the other side. Hopefully what you notice just in that one time is the more that we did it, well, maybe when you were on rep 6 or 7 or 8, you felt like you could stretch a little bit more, meaning that stretch that you initially had didn't feel like much. So if that happens, do lean forward and stretch in your new range. Let me move my chair. We're going to do the same thing just on the other side. All right, when you're ready, other leg is extended, whatever your ankle wants to do. You sit up tall, flat back, and hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then sit up tall and push that straight leg down or back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lean, stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, back off and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, and stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, back off. 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep going at this speed. What we're doing right now is more dynamic stretching. Go ahead and sit up, meaning we're stretching for a few seconds and then backing off. Then stretching for a few seconds, then backing off. Lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back off. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway. Lean forward. The other type of stretching that a lot of people do is static stretching. Back off. Static stretching means you hold each stretch for about 20 or 30 seconds. So it's a more prolonged hold. And relax forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lean forward. Again, if you're starting to feel more flexible now, go a little bit further. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back off. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Push. Or sorry, not push. Lean and feel the stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. And back. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Push again. Sorry, I keep saying push. Lean. Feel that stretch. And then slowly back off. Last push for 5 seconds. These are the muscles that are responsible for bending your knee so that when you walk, good, you can relax. When you walk, this movement right here is what we're strengthening. Even though your knee is straight right now, that's the movement, that bending of the knee that we're working. Good job. Okay, we're gonna move on to our hip flexors. Now this one I'm gonna warn you may be challenging, but I promise you, you can do it. So I'll show you from the front. So we've done this hip flexor stretch before where we're gonna turn to this side, one knee drops down. So make sure that you can get into this position in a stable way, meaning you don't feel like you're gonna tip over. Definitely hold on to your chair on the back and maybe even the front or your leg, something where you feel steady. So the way that we're gonna do this, when you're doing the stretching part, you have one of two options. Option one is tuck your hips under. And as you see, that's a very small movement, very slight, but you tuck and you should feel the stretch in the front of your thigh. Sorry, yes, front of your thigh, but also front of your hip. Option two is attempt to straighten that back leg as much as you can. And again, you should feel the stretch in the front of your hip and or thigh. Either one works. So pick one that works for you. The strengthening part, this is where the more challenging part kicks in. So I think I'm gonna choose the tuck for this stretch. So I'm gonna tuck for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna push my toes into the ground as if I'm trying to do this movement. So I'm not actually gonna do that movement because I'm isometrically contracting it, but push your toes into the ground as if you're trying to get your knee to come forward. And then you're using these muscles. So we'll hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So we'll do 9 more of those. So get into position, get comfy, and go ahead and stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, stretch. Keep in mind, when you're pushing, you do not need to push with 100% of your strength. You can push with 10% of your strength if you want. Go ahead and push. It's not about the amount that you're pushing, it's just that you're pushing, that we're going back and forth between stretch and contract. And relax. And stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5, and push, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. That's 5. We're halfway through. Make sure you're sitting up tall. I notice myself starting to slouch. Sit up tall, tighten your core, and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. I'm feeling this. I hope you guys are too. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. And remember, you should be feeling this anywhere in the front of your leg, from your hip all the way down to your knee. You'll feel it wherever you are tightest and or wherever it's working most for you. Relax and stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. We have one more of each. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Last one. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. All right. Stay here if you need to with just your leg relaxed for a second. When you're ready, you're going to swivel over to the other side. Now, keep in mind too, we have different levels of flexibility on each leg. So you might be more flexible on this side or less flexible. So just do what feels good for your body. I could tell that my hip flexors were feeling more flexible by the end because the stretch didn't feel as significant. So same thing here, we're going to either tuck or straighten. Because I did tuck for the last one, I'll do the straighten this time just to show you guys, but as long as you feel the stretch, it doesn't matter. When you're ready, let's go for it. So stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. If you are following along with me and you're straightening your knee, if you have a lot of calf tightness, you might feel it there more than here, and that's okay too. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 3 more. Relax and then stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. relax and bend and push, 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax, push, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax and push for the last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. All right, when you're ready, you can either bring that leg in or just swivel, whatever is easiest for you. The last one that we're gonna do is for the ankle. Now, we're gonna do this one in, let's see, how do I describe this? It's gonna be a combination of isometric, like we've been doing, as well as concentric. I wanna make this as simple as possible, so that's why it's gonna be a combination. So let me turn again. All right, so how we're gonna make this work is it's similar to our hamstring stretch, but now we do care about the ankle, and now our ankle is going to be up as much as possible. So if you don't have a strap, then what I want you to do is get close to a wall or something that won't move. So I don't know, this might be too close. Yeah, it's too close. So you want your knee to be straight, but your foot is supported. So it could look something like this. And you might have to do some work to show your foot up there, but you should feel a stretch in your calf right now. So you're gonna stretch your calf. If you do have a strap, which I will use, this is something that I absolutely love. It's called the leg lifter. You can use it for many different things, but you can put this around the balls of your feet. So you can use a leg lifter, you can use a dog leash, a belt, a bathrobe belt. That's usually my favorite thing to use. Ideally, it's something that's not stretchy, only because if it's stretchy, it will be more of a concentric contraction. But again, I said earlier, that's going to be fine for this one. So you put it around the balls of your feet, and you're going to pull with your arms. So I'll do one with a strap and I'll do one with a wall, just so you can see the difference. What we're going to do is you're going to pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And notice I'm pulling with my back flat and I'm sitting up tall. If I'm slouched, I might not feel this as much. So when you're pulling, you should feel a calf stretch, meaning anywhere on the back of your knee, all the way down to your heel. Anywhere in there is fair game. Then, once I'm done pulling, I'm gonna push my foot down. This is it's a weird angle here. It's kind of pointed, so I'm trying to make it work. So you're gonna push away from you for 5 seconds. So what we're doing, when you're pulling, you're stretching the calf, and then when you're pushing it away from you, you're gonna strengthen the calf. And you'll notice when I push away, my foot does move a little bit. That's why I say it's kind of a combination of concentric and isometric, but either way, gets the same effect. So when you're ready, let's join in. So get into the right position, decide what you want to use. Okay, and sit up tall, core muscles are tight, and go ahead and pull. So feel a calf stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now push down into it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and pull. 5. So your arms definitely are going to get a little workout right now. 3, 2, 1, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, push. 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull. 3, 4, 5, push away. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway done. Pull. If you're starting to get more flexible, push, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're starting to get more flexible, when you pull, I want you to lean forward. Still a flat back, but you can lean forward. 3, 4, 5, and push, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull, or sorry, push, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 more of each. Pull to stretch, 3, 4, 5. Push, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, pull and feel that stretch in the calf, 4, 5, and then push. Now you're strengthening the calf, 3, 4, 5. Good, and relax everything. If you're using a strap, let it go. And then when you're ready, bend that knee back in. Nice job. Okay, I said I'd demonstrate with the wall too for anyone doing that, so I'm gonna put this to the side. And I think I'm actually gonna go over to this wall because it will be a little bit easier for you guys to see. Yeah. Some hand weights over there. All right. So I'm gonna show you here. It takes a little bit of finagling. You still want your knee to be as straight as possible. If it's bent, you can still get a calf stretch. It just might not feel as intense. So we're gonna do the same thing. So you should feel a calf stretch. So go ahead and pull into your calf stretch if you're using something with your hands, or if you're against the wall, make sure you feel it. Maybe that means you sit up tall or you hinge. I actually have really tight calves, so I can't stretch too far. So, all right, you're in the position. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push. So right now I'm pushing against the wall. 3, 4, 5. Now pull. You're stretching or leaning. 3, 4, 5, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and push. If you guys do this practice later on, I would encourage you to try both ways. And stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and push. I personally like the wall a little bit better because it feels more stable. The wall's not going anywhere, and I relax my arms. And stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're about halfway through. Stretch. Now, one thing that I'm personally starting to feel right now is more the outside of my calf working instead of the back. What that means, go ahead and push. What that means is I'm pushing more with my pinky side. Try to make sure you're pushing evenly with your big toe just as much as all the others. And stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and push. We've got 2 more of each. And stretch. I can tell I'm loosening up a little because I feel like I can more freely move forward to feel the stretch. And push. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more of each. Up tall and stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, push. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. These can be, I don't know how you guys feel, but these can be really challenging because we're using small muscles in just one muscle group at a time. And it's isometric, which is very different than concentric. All right, I've got one more thing for us to do today. Let me shift back here. Here we go. Okay. All right, so the last thing that I want us to do is stretch our glute muscles. These get really tight, and when they are tight, the rest of our body, our hip flexors, knee flexors, and ankle, they don't work as well. So However you can, get into this figure 4 position. I'm okay with you grabbing your leg. I even have to grab my leg. And you're going to be sitting up extremely tall as you can be, flat back. If you're tight like me, you already feel the stretch here in your glutes, in your outer hip butt area of the bent knee. So you're sitting up tall. If you're more flexible, keep your back flat as you hinge forward. So I don't want any rounding, flat back and hinge. And we're just gonna stay here. We're changing to more of the static stretch. So we're gonna stay for about 20, 30 seconds. And you should feel the stretch anywhere on the outside of the glute or even the outside of the thigh. So stay here. This is one of my favorite stretches of all time for MS or otherwise. It just feels really good. Nice job. Try your best to relax this leg that's on top. It should feel like it's just dead weight. The only reason it's staying up is because your arms are holding it there, or it's relaxing. I don't have enough flexibility where it relaxes on its own. If I let go, it'll flail forward. 5 more seconds. And then before you let the leg go, I want you to back off of this stretch. So sit up tall and then slouch, and then let the leg go. So I never want you letting go of a stretch while you're still feeling the stretch. You want to not feel it and then let it go. Grab your other leg. Once you've got it stable and sturdy and it's dead weight, sit up tall and then do whatever you got to do to feel the stretch. Maybe you hinge forward a bit or a lot. As long as it's a flat back, I'm okay with it. And stay here. Take some deep breaths. And you should be feeling this in the same area, just on the other leg. So the outer glute butt area or the outer thigh. Again, as with all stretches, you will feel this wherever you are tightest. That's the general vicinity that you want to feel it in. If you have really tight inner thigh muscles though, you might actually feel it on the inner thigh. Either way, it needs to be stretched. Keep holding, sitting up nice and tall, good posture. All right, 5 more seconds. And then before you back off, I want you to sit back up tall and then slouch. So you should not feel the stretch. And then go ahead and lower the leg. Nice job today, guys. These types of stretching and isometric exercises can be boring. They can take a little bit longer, but they are so important. And again, that isometric strengthening has been found to be really effective for people with MS. So it's a good thing to implement. Let me come back up a little bit closer. Move my chair. All right. And just to review one last time, the different types of stretching. Static stretching, where you hold 20 to 30 seconds. That's what we just did with that figure 4 stretch. Typically, when you do static stretching, you want to hold between 20 to 30 seconds and do it 2 to 4 times. So we just did it once. If you want to do it again, absolutely go for it. And then dynamic stretching is where you hold it for just anywhere between 2 to 3 seconds and then relax. And then go back into it, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, and then relax. And you do that anywhere between 20 to 30 times. Research shows both are helpful. So if you prefer one, if you feel so much more flexible after dynamic stretching, go with dynamic stretching. Vice versa, if you feel more flexible after static, go with static. If you don't feel more flexible with either, choose whichever one you like. So some people, their body has a preference and it will tell you, you will feel so much better with one or the other. If not, they're both great. Research says one is not better than the other, and stretching is better than no stretching at all. So just pick one, go for it, and get those major muscle groups. So the ones that we did today, hip flexors, hamstrings, so the knee flexors, and the calves are going to be a really, really big one to help with your walking. Other options, glutes, like we just did with the figure 4. even twisting our upper body. While it's important to have core strength, it's also important to have core mobility. And then upper body, let's not forget about that. So you can pull here, you can pull here. There's lots of different options. This leg lifter, I got it on Amazon. I'm pretty sure it's $9. This I love. It can be helpful for stretching. There is a wire in it, so it's meant to be firm. You'll notice it's different from the yoga straps, in which it's floppy the whole way through. I like yoga straps too. But this is something that's really great because it can help you get into and out of bed, into and out of a car. You can hook it around your foot and then use your arms to help you lift into something or over something. So this is a really helpful tool for hip flexion, basically, for getting your leg up and over, up and into something. So just got it on Amazon. The brand name for this one, I'm sure there's other ones, is Vive. This might be backwards for you guys, but it's VIVE. I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that, but that's just the one that I've used in the PT clinic before, so I like this one. But there might be other brands too. Last thing I want to leave you guys with today is knowing that stretching is one way to release muscle tension, but there's other ways too. There's massage, there's rolling, there's pressure points, there's rolling with a handheld stick, as well as rolling with a foam roller. So if you don't like stretching for whatever reason, or you just prefer other methods of releasing tension, know that there are those other ways. So you find something that works for you. Again, stretching and releasing the muscles is good to do in any way that feels good. So it doesn't have to be stretching. If you can do a combo, that's great too. All right, I will let you guys go. Otherwise, I'll get on a soapbox and talk for another hour. But have a great day. Thanks for joining this class, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. If you are ever interested in more MS-specific strengthening exercises, stretching, balance walking, then the missing link is a place you can go to find those. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.